grow up and keep buying the same, records.
You expect their attitudes to change as they grow up and to grow into different styles?
Well, no, I mean, our attitude will change, and if theirs does too, then they'll buy our records, but if they don't, then they won't.
Since you've been a group together, have you noticed any change in your own types of music?
Yeah, our music has gotten further out, I'd say, as we go along, Started off pretty close to us, like a skeleton, and now it's getting more full,
That would be then your new album. So then you would think that your new album is much wilder out than your first album.
Oh, yeah, a lot. It's a lot further out.
Okay, we'll turn it back to Steve again.
I'd like to ask Ray Manzarek of the Doors a question. Ray, this is of particular relevance to the students at SUCO. How would a group like the Doors feel about performing while an audience dances as they listen to your music? Do you feel this would provide too much distraction?
No, whatever the people want to do, let them do it. Whatever they feel. If they want to dance, dance. Sit. Doesn't matter.
We were discussing the personality of performing in different atmospheres before. Do you feel that this would further add to the impersonality of a concert when a group is so busy dancing that they wouldn't even have a chance to observe you fellows performing?
Well, while they're dancing, hopefully they're into the music. That's what makes them dance. So you can be just as much into the music dancing as you can sitting and listening.
But don't you feel it would be more of just a sound then, and not so much that they could sit and listen to and think about?
Oh, I don't know.
Robbie Krieger, I'd like to ask you your opinion about that. Do you feel that it would provide too much distraction to perform in front of a group that's dancing?
Well, I don't know. We've never performed in front of a group that's just dancing. Like, whenever we perform at a dance, like, 3/4 of the kids just stand toward the front and watch, and the ones that want to dance are in the back dancing. And there's no distraction at all. It kind of keeps it,
Jim Morrison, where did the Doors start performing?
The group began practicing in a place called Venice in Los Angeles. It's a beach town. With the atmosphere of a dying arcade. And then our first job was a Christmas party. At a house, a relative of Robbie's. Then our first job was at the London Fog on Sunset Strip. And we were there it was a small club that no longer exists. And the most people it could hold, I'd say, would be about 50. Maybe on a good night there could be about 50 people. There was a bartender named George, a doorman named Sam, sometimes Joey would be at the door, a waitress named Susie, and a dancer named Rhonda, who danced in a little rope cage across from the bandstand. Jesse James was the owner. He was a young man, but he was dying of cancer, and it was kind of a struggle to keep the place going.
Now over to Robbie Krieger. Robbie, how was your record contract finally established, and by which company?
Elektra Records found us at Whiskey A Go-Go, although we were signed to Columbia Records long before that, but we had trouble with them, so we got out of the contract. And the president of Elektra Records came and heard us one night at the Whiskey and wanted to sign us.
I have not seen a road manager with you fellas. Are you traveling without one?
No, he's up there.
He's upstairs. Do you have a regular business manager, too?
Yeah, we do. Bob Green is his name.
Bob Green. And who's your road manager?
Bill Siddons.
How do you fellows feel about your upcoming performance on the Ed Sullivan Show? This will be next week?
It was announced that we would perform next week. Actually, it hasn't been agreed upon. But in all probability, we will be on.
Does the thought of performing in